Hello there and welcome back to the School Heed YouTube channel, and this is the Let's Preview ahead of the Champions League game tonight. I was meant to do this last night and I kind of forgot a little bit. Apologies for that one, but it is going to be taking place tonight. It's a 7:45 kickoff, I believe it is, tonight. It's going to be in Russia. I'm obviously not going to be there, but anyway, should be a good game, I think, because I think most positive news that we obviously have is not just getting that win at the weekend and fighting back exactly how we should have for quite a while, to be honest. We fought, I shouldn't say we fought back, we fought off the offence of Leicester and we managed to get the victory, a vital victory for us in the Premier League, puts us in 5th at the moment, I think behind, obviously, Tottenham. I think it's behind Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, Man United, stuff like that anyway, so we're up there, but this is about the Champions League, where we should be looking to get a victory. Now, Spartak Moscow haven't had the best season so far, and this is just from information that I've managed to gather from the internet anyway, and this is Anfield.com, who've done a bit of a write-up on exactly what we should expect from our opponents. And I think, just from, I think looking at what they've been doing so far, is they've got one victory in the last 7 games, and they didn't win in their last game, I don't think, either. They've got dangerous players. The one that I have heard of the most is Quincy Promes, who apparently was linked with Liverpool during the transfer window as well. Again, well, who weren't we linked with in the transfer window? And to be honest, I've never seen him play, not in real life anyway. I've only ever I've played with him on FIFA, which means jack all. He's good on that, but other than that, he's he's their top player. So, they've got top players. He's apparently a pacey guy as well. They've got a couple of pacey guys, which does worry me a little bit, especially with our defence, because we don't deal too well with pace. If you come at us with pace and power, yeah, I'm not too confident about that, I'll be honest with you. Now, we've got Newcastle at the weekend, so it depends what he wants to do, what Klopp wants to do in terms of team rotation. The other positive is absolutely massively positive, and I didn't realise this until someone tweeted it out the other day, in that Coutinho, Mané, Salah and Firmino are all going to be available for the very first time this season. And they could all play. You obviously have Mané and Salah out on the wings, Firmino up front and Coutinho in behind. And I would love to see that, and I don't think he'll do it, but I would love to see that. Who wouldn't love to see that as a Liverpool fan? Absolutely you would. That'd be the best thing that we could go for. I really think it would be. I think it'd be so positive. It'd be unbelievable. Now, depending on how the game goes, and if you do start with that formation, go out as you start as you mean to go on, is what I was looking to say. Start as you mean to go on, get a vital victory in the Champions League, put your best players forward, and that would be amazing. I'm going to play devil's advocate and believe that he is going to do that, and that we would have Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mané, Roberto Firmino, and Philippe Coutinho starting as what I would say would be our front 4. But it would obviously be the front 3, and he would be the top of the midfield. In Coutinho, I'm talking about there. That would be amazing. It would be if that actually comes out and we do that, I don't actually know what I'll do. It'd be friggin' awesome, and I think everyone who is a Liverpool fan could agree. Maybe even neutrals as well could agree that that would be something that they want to see. They just want to see the attacking link-up that could happen. Obviously, Coutinho being in his preferred role in that number 10 spot, or even a little bit deeper depending on how the midfield's actually going to line up. That would be amazing. Having to be able to watch and call on Sadio Mané again. Obviously it's a Champions League game. He wasn't banned for Champions League games, but it feels like it's been so long since I've seen him play. Mohamed Salah is doing bits for us as he has been since he pretty much came in. And Firmino, he's always going to be a dangerous threat, but also a good link-up guy up front as well. Now, in behind those guys, you'd probably have to go with Henderson and Emre Can. Now, Wijnaldum would miss out purely because he's not putting in a performance that I'd like to see from Wijnaldum. He went missing for certain in the Leicester game. He did some good things, but for the most part, you kind of forgot that he was on the ball until he had it. And it's like, or that he was on the pitch until he had the ball. And I'm like, that's not good. Now, it is an away game, and he is notoriously known, even way back when he was at Newcastle, he is known to go missing in games when he's not at home. And to be fair, even when he's played at home for Liverpool, he hasn't had the most he hasn't had the best performances yet. Now he is capable of them. He's more than capable of them. We saw that at the end of last season, and he had some vital performances, especially against Middlesbrough, that actually clinched us top 4. But I just think he would miss out. Henderson played exceptionally well. Now in the Leicester game beforehand, in the cup game, he played awfully. Now Henderson's at a moment right now where he's very on and off. So I don't exactly know what kind of Henderson you're going to get. But if you're going to go on how he played in his last game, you are only as good as your last game. And he was very, very good. Emre Can, I love the guy. He's a young guy, and I just think he should be in the team for damn certain. Now, if you don't have him in the team, you'd probably put Milner there. Now, if you're going to go into the back 4, now the back 4 we had against Leicester, it was alright. It wasn't the best. I still don't think... I think they were culpable for one of the goals for sure. Obviously, Mignolet got bullied off the ball by Okazaki. And, yeah, that wasn't a very good one for him to concede either. He should have been more commanding in that respect. But I'm looking at the back 4 right now, and I think it should be. You go with your Lovren and Joel Matip. I think that's what you go with. You got to go with Lovren and Matip, because at the moment they are the better centre-backs that we have. Right back, I've got to go Trent Alexander-Arnold if he's available. Gomez hasn't really done a great deal wrong, but he has had a little bit of lapse of concentration, in my opinion, especially when the second goal for Leicester was, it was him and Henderson as well, actually, that got caught out a little bit for the second goal with the cross that was actually put into the back post. They could have perhaps prevented that. But, as I say, that probably would be the best one to go with, would be Trent Alexander-Arnold. I just like the guy. I think he's going to be the next upcoming thing for us, and I think he'll be very, very good. In goal, it has apparently been confirmed that Karius will be starting in goal, so that puts me on edge straight away. I just don't have confidence in Karius. I really don't. I think he's come to the club and he's had a pretty good record in goal over in the Bundesliga. He's come over here. He had a pretty shaky season last season where he didn't really get a look in once the cup games were over. Pretty early in January, he did not get a look in after Mignolet. Mignolet is not the best goalkeeper at all. He's proven that he's a very good shot stopper and a good penalty saver as well. Apparently one of the best in the Premier League since he's been there. I think he's saved more penalties in the Premier League than any other Premier League goalkeeper. So I mean, well, apart from a couple, there's going to be there's quite a list. I think Almunia and stuff like that are above him. But anyway, that's getting off track. I do think that Karius deserves a shot, but he's got to really put in a very concentrated performance all the way throughout this game. He cannot be lackadaisical on the ball, doing those little casual things that he does that can cost us. Because while this Moscow team might not have been doing well in their own league, they do have danger men. They do have fast and pacey people in their team. Most notably is Promes. Now, we cannot allow these guys to have a moment on the ball around Karius. We've got to make sure that the defence is is concentrating so much. Has to be. And Karius needs to be absolutely 100% on it at all times. This also means that the attack in our team needs to be doing exactly what they do best, creating chances, but they've got to be putting them away as well. If we can put in a very good performance against Moscow, then it puts us in very good stead against Newcastle at the weekend as well, which will be just as important. Because Newcastle, while they didn't get the result at the weekend that they possibly wanted, they probably deserved the draw at 0-0. But it's Benitez at the end of the day. And coming up against Benitez, I want to beat him. I have absolute respect and love for the guy, for what he did for Liverpool, but I want to beat him. I want to beat everybody that comes in front of us. I don't care who they are. And that is what I want to see happen at the weekend. I want to see us pick up a win in the Champions League, though, because we haven't yet. We got a draw against Sevilla in a very competitive match that we should have held on to that one. And because it was against Sevilla, who I would say are, while we're all in the same group and all in the same competition right now, they are above Moscow in terms of competitiveness, in my opinion. That is my personal opinion, but I am not taking this game for granted whatsoever. I think that Liverpool can get the victory here, and I think if we can go with that attacking front four that I've said earlier in the video, I think we can get a good victory. I think we can go 3-1. I'm predicting 3-1 for Liverpool. That is what I'm going for. I don't know who's going to score the goals, because we don't have a designated goal scorer, really. Obviously Salah gets a couple, and Coutinho had a hell of a performance against Leicester at the weekend as well. It was positive, and that's what I want. I want positive. I want a good performance from everybody up and down the pitch. Man, I'm looking forward to watching this game tonight. I wish I could get... I wish I had the finances and stuff to actually go out to these games and go to another country and experience that sort of stuff. But that, you know, I'll settle for watching it on TV because I'll have to. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this preview, and I hope you've enjoyed this video in general. If you have, get your thoughts in the comments below, like the video, subscribe if you're new around here, get your predictions in there as well. Thank you ever so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.